Hello everyone, welcome here. If you are new, welcome back. If you've been here before, this is the Black Assets channel. I want to thank you all so much for stopping by. I'm on here today providing practical solutions. After my last video, I was left with raw emotions and left with doing a bit of research on my own. However, disclaimer, I am not a real estate attorney. This is not real estate counsel at all. Please contact an actual attorney that studies law and knows these rules and regulations inside and out. What I'm providing you today is general research that I have. As always, I will link my articles down below. But I wanted to provide a practical solution on how you can protect your assets, real estate, land, whichever. And I've leaned more to the mortgage side just because that's the most common type of asset. And so I wanted to talk about, protecting your home if something were to happen to the primary owner of the home. So let's say, for example, I studied one instance where let's say, for example, someone has a mortgage. My mom, she has a mortgage in North Carolina, and she is the single borrower on her mortgage, and on her deed, her name is the only name listed there. However, she's expressed that she wants to leave her home to me. So in that instance, what she would have to do is add me to her deed. And the way that this is completed is you have to file a quit claim deed. That's QUIT claim, CLAIM deed. File a quit claim deed and then add whoever you want on there as the grantor. Let me make sure. This article that I'm reading is here from Bankrate. And essentially, let me just read you this snippet. It says that if you apply for your mortgage with a co-borrower or a co-signer, the solution is relatively simple. The other party can continue making payments on the loan. And keep scrolling down. What if you inherit a property? It says, if you inherit a property that has a mortgage, you will be responsible for making payments on that loan. If you are the sole heir, you could reach out to the mortgage servicer and ask to assume that mortgage or sell the property. You could also choose to let the lender foreclose. So the lender can foreclose on this mortgage if you're not interested in keeping or maintaining it. Also, you do have to understand though, let's just say, for example, you have someone in your family or you own a home and you pass away and the mortgage has not been satisfied in full. There is still a loan balance. So what happens is, if you have someone on your deed and they decide not to pay the actual mortgage loan, the mortgage company can foreclose on your home because they do have an actual interest in the mortgage. So they still have a lien on your deed. So let's think of it as it's not satisfied until it's paid, like a zero balance. So the loan still has to be satisfied. Even if you are on a deed, it does give you interest in the property. However, it is not your actual property. Also, it had an instance on here if heirs need to requalify for the mortgage. And if you want to refinance and put the actual mortgage in your name, then yes, they do have to meet the ability to repay, obviously, from the lender in order to take over that actual mortgage loan. But also, I was doing more research and it talked about decreasing term life insurance. And decreasing term life insurance, based on Fidelity Life, it states that decreasing term life insurance is often used to cover a specific debt, like a mortgage. For example, if you have a 30-year mortgage, you can buy a decreasing term life insurance policy to match the coverage amount and length of the mortgage. Each year, the payout and mortgage amount would decrease together. So this specific type of life insurance policy product is specifically for a specific debt. So it truly is. I mean, term life insurance policies are a little bit on the cheaper side in terms of monthly payments and having that coverage as opposed to actual whole life insurance. I will do a deeper dive in another video on life insurance policies and the importance of having such. But right now, yes. So I would recommend doing your research on this. Don't just let, these things, if you do have a home and you are a minority, I would definitely recommend, or if you're looking at purchasing a home, please, please, please make sure you have a will written out. If you don't decide to put anyone on your deed, understand the importance in having a will. A will actually written out. Some people do oral wills. That is acceptable in the eyes of the law. Also, once again, just double check with your actual state and what their ramifications are, if any, in terms of what their rules are about having oral wills. But I would definitely 100% recommend having a will, having it written out where you want your assets to go, who you want them to be delegated to. Estate planning is essential in instances like this. You don't want the state to come in and take over. Dying without a will is it's such a hassle. It's such a hassle. Like I said before, working in the banking industry, you see it. You see so much. You see people, they're not even able to grieve properly because they're having to get their loved ones' business affairs corrected and in order. So please, please, please understand the importance of having a will, as well as having your plans after death written out. Estate planning is essential. Maybe your bank or your credit union offers it. You can go online and find how to do a will. Speak with someone, ask questions. Estate planning. I cannot pound it in there enough. Understand the importance of it, and I will see you guys in the next video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below and I will address them. Thank you so much for stopping by for this video. I'll see you in the next one.